Have you ever imagined running a social media content factory that automatically generates posts in 20+ languages, schedules them across 7 platforms, and publishes them, all without human intervention? This is exactly what we built at Sennheiser using Make.com. And in this course, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, module by module. I'm Mindy, founder of Sennheiser. Let's build something that works while you sleep. Here's what we'll cover in this first lesson. First, I'll give you a quick introduction to Make.com, what it is, and why we chose it over other automation platforms. Then we'll look at the big picture, the dual flow architecture that powers our entire social media publishing system. After that, we'll dive deep into Flow 1, the content production pipeline that goes from product selection to Notion database. Then Flow 2, the content distribution pipeline that takes Notion records and publishes them to social media platforms. And finally, I'll walk you through a practical demo, how to build a simple automation from scratch. Let's get started. So what exactly is Make.com? Make.com, formerly known as Integromat, is a leading iPaaS platform, integration platform as a service. Think of it as a visual operating system for connecting apps and automating workflows. Here's why we chose Make over alternatives like Zapier. First, Make gives you visual data pipeline design. You can literally see how data flows from one module to the next. Filter, router, iterator, aggregator, these are first-class citizens in Make. Second, Make supports custom code execution. You can run JavaScript directly inside your scenario, which means you're never limited by what connectors offer. Third, and most importantly for us, Make has robust error handling. You can set fallback paths, retry logic, and complete error recovery. When you're running a 24/7 content factory, this is non-negotiable. Our tech stack at Sennheiser, Make.com handles the orchestration. Notion serves as our central database. DeepSeek AI generates the content. And native Make connectors publish to each social media platform. This combination gives us a fully automated, multi-language, multi-platform social media publishing system. Now let me show you the big picture, our dual-flow architecture. We designed 2 completely separate scenarios for 2 distinct jobs. Flow 1, the content production pipeline. This is the blue scenario on your left. It runs every 6 hours, 4 times a day. Its job is to randomly select a product, extract its description, match tags and languages, generate AI-powered social media posts, and write everything into Notion. Flow 2, the content distribution pipeline. This is the orange scenario on your right. It runs on a different schedule, queries Notion for records with status equal to draft, routes them by target platform, publishes the content using each platform's API, and updates the status to published. Why separate them? Decoupling. Content production and content distribution have different cadences, different error patterns, and different scaling requirements. By keeping them separate, we can maintain and troubleshoot each independently. The result? Daily automated generation of social media posts in over 20 languages, published across 7 platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and X. Let's open the hood on Flow 1 and look at the first 5 modules. Module 0 is the scheduler. It triggers the entire scenario every 6 hours. Why 6 hours? Because we have 4 daily windows that cover different global time zones: morning in Asia, afternoon in Europe, evening in Americas. Module 1 uses Zero CodeKit's random number generator. It generates a random integer between 1 and 16. Each number corresponds to one of our 16 outdoor camping products. This ensures every product gets fair rotation in our content calendar. Module 2 is a sleep module. It delays execution by exactly the number of seconds from the random number. Why? To simulate human-like behavior and avoid rate limiting from API providers. Module 3 is where the magic starts. It's a JavaScript code module that does 2 things. First, it maps the random number to a product description. Each of our 16 products has a detailed description stored right in the code. Second, it runs our tag extraction algorithm that pulls 10 hashtags from a library of core tags, organized by role, 3 S tags for scene, 3 P tags for product, 2 A tags for audience, and 2 G tags for general. Module 4 is another JavaScript module that handles time zone and language matching. It contains configuration for over 20 languages, each with their target time zone, B2B and B2C active hours, and cultural notes. Based on the current Beijing time, it selects which language configurations are active right now. Continuing with Flow 1, Modules 5 through 9. Module 5 is an iterator. It takes the array of matched language configurations from Module 4 and processes each one individually. This is how we generate content for multiple languages in a single run. Now Module 6, 7, and 8 are where DeepSeek AI comes in. Each one is a chat completion call to the DeepSeek API. Module 6 generates the post title, a B2B style title under 30 characters, focusing on factory direct wholesale messaging. The prompt is carefully crafted to include product details, company credentials, and specific constraints. Module 7 generates the B2B content in 3 parts. Part 1 highlights product features, Part 2 describes usage scenarios, Part 3 includes a call to action and comment engagement. Module 8 generates the B2C content, also in 3 parts but with a consumer-focused angle, pain points first, then product solution, then social engagement. Finally, Module 9 writes everything to Notion. It creates a new database item with all the fields, title, post content, the 3 parts, hashtags, platform assignment, status set to draft, and the scheduled date. The initial status is always draft, waiting for Flow 2 to pick it up and publish. Now let's look at Flow 2, the content distribution pipeline. This scenario is much simpler in design but critical in execution. Module 0 is a Notion Search Objects module. It queries our content database with a filter, status equals draft. This returns all the posts that Flow 1 created but haven't been published yet. Module 1 is a router. It reads the platform field from each Notion record and routes the data to the correct social media publishing module. We have separate branches for TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and X. Each platform's publishing module handles the specifics of that platform's API. For example, TikTok requires a video upload with caption and hashtags. LinkedIn posts text with optional images. Pinterest pins need an image URL and description. After a successful publish, we update the Notion record. The status field changes from draft to published, and we record the publish timestamp and any response data from the platform API. If a publish fails, we don't just give up. The error handling path updates status to error with error details, so we can investigate and retry. Let me quickly walk you through the Notion database structure, because this is the backbone of the entire system. We have a single database that serves both flows. Flow 1 writes to it, Flow 2 reads from it. Key fields include, title for the post headline, post for the full content, Part 1 through Part 3 for the 3-section structure, hashtags as a multi-select field organized by S/P/A/G roles. Then we have platform, a select field that determines where the post goes. Post type, B2B or B2C. Product, which of the 16 products this post is about. Status, the most critical field, since Flow 2 uses it to find drafts. And language, target time zone, and scheduled date for timing control. This database design is what makes the decoupled architecture possible. Flow 1 and Flow 2 never directly communicate, they share state through this database. Now for the practical part. In our demo session, we'll build a simple automation from scratch. Step 1. Create a make.com account and get familiar with the interface, dashboard, scenarios, templates, and connections. Step 2. Build a basic flow. We'll use a webhook trigger, add a JavaScript module for data transformation, and write the result to Notion. This covers the 3 most common patterns: receiving data, processing data, and storing data. Step 3. Understand the key concepts: module, router, iterator, filter, and aggregator. These 5 building blocks will cover 90% of what you need to build any automation. Step 4, Run and debug. Make gives you excellent execution logs that show exactly what went through each module. We'll walk through fixing common errors and setting up the schedule. And that wraps up Lesson 1. To summarize, Make.com is a powerful visual automation platform. Our Senseizer system uses a dual flow architecture where Flow 1 produces content and Flow 2 distributes it. The two flows are decoupled through a shared Notion database, making the system robust and maintainable. Next lesson, we'll dive deep into Flow 1's core logic, random product selection, product mapping, and tag extraction. I'm Mindy. Let's automate the world. Thanks for watching. In the next lesson, we'll go deep into Flow 1's randomization logic, the tag role system, and how we built the product mapping engine. See you there.